And welcome back. Got Dr. Charbonneau with me from All Wellness Medical Center. Doctor, good morning.
Hello.
Good to see you up here on the big
Thank you.
set.
I know. I feel like I'm important.
Well, I tell you what, it's a lot easier than sitting in those stools
I
right
know.
now.
I know. They make somebody, that seat that you have there. People really don't realize it, but it's like you can only fit one butt.
Yeah.
What is it?
And they slide out.
I know.
I know,
And
the
then
back is
people
so
like me
straight.
that have short inseam, you know, it's like it just doesn't,
She's like Ruth Ann on Laughing. Her feet are just dangling there.
right? It was like, hello, hello. I'm afraid to jump off. I feel so much secure here.
Can we have a crew in here? Help her get off her chair for crying out loud. How you
Hey, but
been?
I'm doing good.
Boy, I heard that seminar you had on the HCG went really well.
Oh my gosh, the people are so excited. I'm
Yeah.
so excited. And everybody like, let's do it, you know?
Awesome,
So
awesome.
it's going to turn out. We'll talk more about that, at another time because what I want to do is when it's like right now, my first whole set of people are going to be started next week.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, because you gotta get clearance. You gotta
Right,
make sure
right.
that it's
There's a lot of work to this.
the proper makeup. As far as if they are candidates or not.
Right.
And also to just explaining the whole thing. And when they go over there and they understand it, they go, "Oh my gosh, why didn't anybody think of this before?"
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, one lady did say somebody called her up and said, "Do you want to buy some capsules of HCG?" And I go, "Oh my gosh, that's exactly what we were talking about the last
you
time."
serious?
No, it's like, what? No, 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 that's not pure. That's not pure.
Oh my
It's not going to
gosh.
work. And then
No.
all of a sudden, he gives everybody a bad name.
Yeah.
I says, "Oh no." I mean, I think they wanted to do. I don't know. She didn't say how much it was going to cost, but I said, "Oh, for heaven's sakes, no. That's not how this is going. It has to be legit. It has to be pure in order for this to work." So I thought it was kind of interesting.
Well, just so our viewers know, I'm actually going back on it again for a second round. I have, and everybody said, well, you gain it back as fast as you take it off. No, in the 6 weeks I think that I've been off of it, I've gained 2.5, 3 pounds. And that's because I haven't been real careful.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm eating well, probably a little too well. And that's,
Right.
I'm imbibing in sweets on occasion. So it doesn't come back on. You
No.
just have to be observant of what you're eating and responsible in that
Right.
regard. So.
Well, and the other thing is it just resets you so then that way you can burn the fat faster than you did prior to doing it.
Exactly.
Because before you just kept on putting on the pounds,
Yeah.
adding on and on.
Oh, boy,
Yeah.
did I. So
Right.
I'm anxious to talk about that. But there'll be another seminar coming up. You can get involved in that, and we'll let you know about that
Yeah.
more here on the morning show. What did you want to talk about today?
Well, today I wanted to talk about to the viewers to please be careful out there. What we're noticing, in my clinic, and I'm sure across the board, people are coming in with this upper respiratory infections, sinusitis, allergies, and it's becoming where it's a chronic more than anything else. And my concern is a lot of my patients that are COPDers, emphysema, bronchitis, people who have asthma, they are getting into more and more trouble, and they're
Right.
having to go to the emergency room more and more frequently right now. So, and now that the temperatures are beginning to change, it's cold one day, then all of a sudden it's nice and
Right.
warm the other. But it's mostly when the winds are blowing, it's mostly starting out with whenever they do that fertilizer or whatever they put onto the crops, that's another type of season, especially in the valley, that they're getting hit even more so because now that's a different type of environmental allergies that they have, okay? But the key thing is, please, if you've got something that goes beyond the 7 to 10 days, you really need to see your doctor. I'm really get concerned because I'm beginning to have more and more patients that are coming in. I mean, when you hear someone wheezing, that's a good sign. You hate to
Right.
say that,
Right.
but it's a good sign. That means you're still getting air exchanged in your lungs.
Right.
But then all of a sudden, there is no air exchange. When you stop hearing the wheezing, you better be going to the doctor.
Right.
That means that airway is not getting exchanged. And if you're not taking those deep breaths in, like for example, people who have what we call atelectasis, that means the little air sacs, that's where the air exchange goes
Right.
in. And I have more and more people buying the little O2 spirometer
Right.
that are walking around, and say, let's see what my oxygenation is, and they're like down in the 80s. That is not good.
Not good.
Our brain thrives on two things: glucose, sugar,
Right.
and oxygen.
Oxygen.
So if we don't have enough, thank
Yeah.
goodness we don't use all our brain cells.
Well, there's that.
I know. I don't. But we have to be careful.
Yeah.
But it's just that they're getting sicker, and it's just not viral. That's the other thing I wanted to say. When they start running the fevers, when they start having yellow, green, gray blood, please go to the doctor. A lot of people are just waiting this out. They just think it's going to stop
Right.
all by itself. And they're into their like third bout, fourth bout of this
This is not
before they
healthy.
even know. And more are ending up in the hospital, in ICU, believe it or not.
Wow.
So
are there some easy ways to take care of this, or to start
Well,
treatment on it?
the
I mean,
whole idea is, if there's some people that have problems with their sinuses to begin with, and for those people that it's chronicity of it, and there's something wrong with their nose, and there's something wrong with their turbinates in their nose, then I suggest ear, nose, and throat.
Okay.
Go to the ear, nose, and throat doctor.
Okay.
But I mean, if you start to first feel it coming on, everybody across the board, I'm really proud of the people because they have already started the emergency. They've done the euthanasia. They've done the zinc. They're trying everything that they can out there
Right.
to prevent it. But you've got to do it, unfortunately, within the first 3 days.
You got to get ahead of it.
Right.
A little bit,
But
yeah.
a lot of people, what they're doing is they're waiting. They're not. They're dehydrated. They're not hydrating.
Mm-hmm.
So now the mucus is getting very, 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 very thick. But the whole idea is identifying that something is not just a small allergy. All these people that are coming in from the north, I call them, north that's coming in to enjoy our weather.
Right.
They're bringing in their bugs. Okay.
Shame on you.
I
Leave your
know.
bugs at home.
I know. And I as a doctor am so immune to people, but when those
Oh, I've seen
people
you down
from
before.
the north come in, I'm not used to their bugs, and all of a sudden once in a while, I get it. And when I get it, it's like, no, you can't. What do you do when the doctor gets sick,
That's pretty much what the rebels said about the Northerners. Just stay up there.
Stay, please.
No, kidding. We're kidding. We love
No,
you.
but no, come down because it's really great weather here. But what it is, it's they're coming down via planes,
Yeah.
and they're going to conventions. They're doing all this
Oh,
stuff, and are they at the casinos, which is great to do. The only thing is that everybody's getting more and more exposed because of all the population. They're all in one little nest.
Yeah, put about
Right.
80 people or 100 people in a little canister that's flying across the
Right.
sky for 5 hours. You're gonna pick up something from everyone.
Right.
They're all gonna be friendly.
And if you have children and they're in day school or if they're in kindergarten or whatever, oh my gosh, everybody gets it.
Yeah.
And then they bring it home, and now all of a sudden, now you get it. Then you go to work. Now you give it to your coworkers. So it's like it's beginning to spiral. But I've not ever seen it as bad. I've been down here
really?
in Bullhead for 16 years now, and this is probably the worst that I've ever seen anyone. I have
No
had
kidding.
more hospitalizations than I've ever wanted to say.
Holy crap!
Because again, a lot of people are just waiting it out and thinking that they can take care of it, and then by the time that they get in, they're
I can appreciate that because the first few times I had it, I didn't realize that it was an allergy,
Right.
and I'm sweating. I'm having a hard time breathing the whole 9 yards, which is indicative of some other things that I've got going on, right? So I just didn't know which way I was going. Finally, it was brought to me that this may be it. Investigated it, and certainly that's what it was. And when one easy shot away, and I was on the mend. So,
Right,
but
right.
It
There's a
got
lot of
very
medicines that we-
nasty.
Right. There's a lot of medicines that we can use to help open up those airways
Yeah.
of yours. And if we catch you early, we can do it as an outpatient.
Right.
And that's the preference.
Absolutely.
Than waiting so long that before you know it, you end up in intensive care. So that's the part that we want to stop.
So let's go ahead and set a timeline on this if we can. You start coming down with the sniffles. All of a sudden your head's, I'm wheezing right now as a matter of fact. Your head starts getting a little plugged up. This goes on for 3, 4, 5 days. Draining.
Watch
Sweaty.
the color. Watch the color.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't get rid of it. What do I do?
7 days, 10 days max.
Okay.
Okay, and then watch the color of the mucus.
Okay.
Okay, watch to see do you have a sore throat, because now we got to worry, do you have strep throat or not? It's so easy to go into the doctor's office and we do a rapid strep test just to make sure that it's not strep, because if it is strep, then it can affect your heart. Okay,
Right,
and then you
right.
can get endocarditis, and then that's even a worse item. But if you don't have the sore throat, but you just have the cough and all that, it can go through its course.
Sure.
But if it lasts longer and you're not getting any better, or you're getting really fatigued, or the shortness of breath, Or the other thing that's happening out there, people are coughing, 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 and they are smokers. Notice they're smokers. Not that
Yeah.
I'm a smoker, but anyway, they're
You got
smokers.
yeah.
The whole idea. The whole idea is that then they say, well, I don't want to stop smoking because I stopped the cough. Well, that's not the idea. The thing is they're stopping the cough because that paralyzes the little cilia that's in the lungs.
It's only coughing because it's trying to get rid of the crap that you're putting in
Right,
it, right?
right.
Yeah.
And then they end up with a pneumonia. Okay, because it's because they paralyze and all the junk stays below. Okay. The other thing is if you have a partner or somebody that's out there that's a friend and not a foe,
Right.
that you go over there and if you lay down and if they can cup their hand and they just basically on your back it hit you, okay, then a lot of times you can break up.
Oh,
It's
really?
almost like being like Tarzan. I'm sorry, but it's like being like Tarzan, you know.
I'll be darned.
And so you can break some of that stuff up just so that you can cough it out.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Kind of like patting on a baby's back.
Exactly.
While you're trying to get them to burp, but nonetheless.
Well, you can get some adults to burp too. So if you have a little bit of indigestion going on,
We help everybody here on this
yeah,
show. Hey, listen, I want to thank you very much for coming out.
Absolutely.
It's always good to see you.
absolutely,
I,
it's a pleasure.
Appreciate it. I learned so cotton picking much from you.
I know there's so much I want to say. You would think.
That's why I'm so damn healthy. Thank you for being here, Doctor.
Thank you, sir.
All Wellness Medical, Dr. Charbonneau, stop by. Give her a call today. The phone number's on your screen. And get that appointment, get in and see her. We'll be talking more in later episodes about the HCG weight loss clinic that's going to be coming to a neighborhood near you soon. So be sure and continue to stay tuned for that. We'll be back with more of the morning show right after this.